Hello, this is Craig with Liberty Bell Beekeepers. Today's video is about making candles with silicone molds. I like silicone molds because they don't require any mold release. You can see in the photo there I have some cooking spray, which is necessary for metal or plastic candle molds to release the wax once it is cooled. But with silicone molds, you don't have to worry about that. Once the candle is cool, they slip out pretty easily with a gentle tug on the end of the wick. When using silicone molds of this length, you'll need something to pull the wick through, and this is what I use. I call it a wick needle. It's about 15 inches long with a hook end that grabs on my finger, and also this small hook end which will grab the end of the wick to pull it through the mold. Once your needle goes through the mold, you then have to get your wick and hook it around the end. Dipping the end of the wick in candle wax helps to create a stiff end that will wrap and grab onto that little hook. I leave about 1/4 inch of the wick out of the bottom of the mold, and the top portion has about 2 inches that protrudes from the top of the mold. That allows me to center it with the next piece. This box fits on top of my mold tightly, so I can pour candle wax on top of the mold and fill all the chambers simultaneously without having to be exact and pour into each separate candle mold. Centering the wick is important for burn time and to prevent an excess of wax pouring over the side of the top of the candle. Inevitably that will happen because it's just the nature of candles, but you can minimize that by keeping your wick as centered as possible. This isn't an issue with the dip method of making tapered candles, but when it comes to a mold, you have to make sure that it's centered. Once your candles have burned down, you can use that excess wax again to make new candles. I use one of these stainless pitchers for melting my wax. I also rubber band a 400 micron filter on top of it to grab any of the fine particulates that I might have missed during my rendering process. Once my wax is nice and hot, I'm ready to pour. Ambient temperature will dictate how long it takes to remove your candles from the mold. This took about an hour in a 50-degree room. I hope this video was informative and enjoyable, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.